The breadth of this flash flood event was something we haven't seen. I was looking back at the records of the 01 flood, the 98 flood, the 91 flood. We had some higher rainfall totals, but never across this large of an area. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. Before we get to that, another look at what's been going on in North Texas tonight. Showed you the downtown Dallas tornado a few minutes ago. This tornado in Ellis County, that was just part of a larger area that spawned several tornadoes up there in the Metroplex. Chopper was following the tornado and spotted the damage. Now you're looking at some of the damage from the tornado, again, in downtown Dallas, Texas. We only had rain, but our damage much worse than what they're experiencing. And I spoke to Soon a minute ago, too. I said it had all come to an end, or for the first time in 40 hours had come to an end. Well, here it's developed again. This is some very light activity. We expected the possibility of some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms developing overnight, and a little bit is redeveloping there in Hays County and moving up toward the Travis County area, but that's all that's on the radar right now. Well, here's the big story, and this is what I was talking about a minute ago. Pick out the area where you live. If you live in an area that is shaded in the darkest pink color, you received at least 6 inches of rain. And would you look how vast this area is? Literally, when you talk about the metro area, Williamson, Travis, and Hays County, literally 3/4, 4/5 of the entire metro area, the entire 3-county area, received a minimum of a half a foot of rain. And then you get into the lighter pinks, and we're talking 12 inches of rain, 15 inches of rain, from west of Georgetown down to Round Rock. Easy to see why Brushy Creek had such a terrible flood. At Mansfield Dam, the LCRA measured 12 inches of rain right over the top of Lake Austin. That resulted in a 3-foot rise on Ladybird Lake, for crying out loud. In West Austin, 12 to 15 inches of rain. And we have rain gauge, multiple rain gauge reports verifying this. Several of you told me you emptied your 5-inch rain gauge 3 times last night. I believe it. Amazing. Look at that. To the east, well, if you're in the green, you had less than 6 inches of rain, and there are a lot of areas that are in the green. Again, just something unlike we have really seen in recent history, for sure. 7 inches of this at Camp Mabry. This is a 2-day total. 7 inches of this fell before midnight yesterday. A record for the day, and the 2nd wettest day in September history. The 6th wettest day in Austin history since the precipitation records started being kept daily back in 1890. The only wetter day we've ever had in Austin was in 1921, 89 years ago tomorrow. The worst flood ever in Central Texas. It dropped 36 inches of rain over Thrall in 12 hours. The United States rainfall record, the only wetter day than the one we had yesterday. 2-day total, 7.55. Look at our surplus for the month. Look at our 2010 surplus. If it doesn't rain a drop the rest of the year, we will still have a wetter than normal 2010. Temperatures around the area right now in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. It's warm. It's muggy tonight. Look at that humidity. 90% humidity with a temperature near 80 degrees. That tells you it can rain some more. Winds are south at 6 miles per hour right now. Mold count's going to be sky high for days. It's high tonight. Fall elm is high. Ragweed is medium. Around the state, rain cooled in many locations. Tropical depression, Hermine. It is still a depression. They're still issuing advisories on it from the National Hydrometeorological Prediction Center. It's centered over Norman, Oklahoma tonight. It produced an injury, a tornado produced an injury in southern Oklahoma tonight. And, of course, responsible for those touchdowns in Dallas. The humidity's not going anywhere. It won't so much be Hermine tomorrow, but the heat of the day could generate scattered showers around. A 30% chance where you are tomorrow, a 10% chance where you are on Friday. Lows tonight won't get very low, mid to upper 70s. We'll be back close to 90, maybe above tomorrow with high humidity. Temperatures tonight about 76 in the metro area. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm where you are, certainly. And tomorrow a 30% chance of more. 90 degrees the high. They should be scattered, though. We're not anticipating more additional flooding problems. In fact, the flash flood watch has just been canceled, and all river flood warnings have been canceled, except for the Little River up in Milam County. You folks are still under a flood warning. There's your 7-day. Chance of rain headed down, and by this weekend, it's out of here. But the heat will be high, and the humidity will be high, too. Hey, we'll still be following this flash flood, historical flash flood story tomorrow morning on Austin News Today. Weather and traffic together at 5 a.m. every 10 minutes.